Hi guys, Coach Julia here. This is the first of a core strength series for back health. We're not doing these exercises to have ripped, shredded six-packs abs. This is all about maintaining the health and integrity of your back so that you can keep getting stronger in all aspects of your life. The only thing I need for this is access to a wall. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a little wall press breathing. I didn't mention this, but you can do this and make it a little bit more effective by grabbing something like a foam roller or a yoga block and squeezing it between your knees so we get a little bit more adductor engagement. My feet are 2 to 3 feet away from the wall. My knees are soft. I'm going to tuck my hips under, squeeze that foam roller, get my low back flat to the wall. Then from here, we can reach arms forward. You can keep arms on the wall, whatever's going to allow you to keep your back flat and not create more arching as we breathe. If you're mobile and you can get into this position pretty well without a lot of compensation in your spine, it's a cool place to work into strengthening our ability to get some expansion through your rib cage while your arms are overhead. So give it a shot. Bones tucked under, back is flat. As I inhale, I want to send that breath into my back. Exhale, push all the air out, get rid of it. Second thing I'm going to do here is a cat camel. You're probably familiar with this one. We're going to inhale on the flexion, meaning when your head and your tailbone reach down towards the floor and your back is rounding up. And then we're going to exhale on the extension when belly reaches towards the floor, head and tailbone go up towards the ceiling. So we can get really specific with cat-cows and isolate just low back movement, just upper back movement. For now, let's keep it simple and work on coordinating global spinal movement with your breath. Okay, still in a kneeling position, we're going to take some thoracic rotations next, and we're actually going to make this a little bit bigger movement. Start on my quadruped. I want to make sure my hips are directly over my knees, my shoulders are over my wrists. I'm going to take one arm and open up my chest, allowing my head and my eyes to follow that hand. Then from here, I'm going to thread all the way under without bending this elbow and reach. I open up, exhaling here, inhaling back down. Okay, so we targeted a lot of movement through your back because it is, at the end of the day, about maintaining our back health. But here's the core stuff that you really came in for. First thing we're gonna do is a single leg curl up. All right, when I set up for this, I want one knee bent, one leg straight. Whatever leg is bent, I'm gonna take those fingertips, tuck them under my back so that I can feel and get that feedback of my back pushing into my hand the whole time I'm doing this. This other arm is just resting on the ground. I start flat on the floor. I'm gonna inhale here, exhale, and curl up from my core. I don't want to make this about my neck or my head. Inhale back down. Exhale. Hold for a couple seconds at the top. Relax, relax. Next thing we're doing is a hip flexor stretch. So I'm going to come down to a half kneeling position. I'm going to make sure my back toes are tucked under. I'm going to tilt that pelvis down. So tailbone reaching to the ground, hips reaching up towards my rib cage. And then from here, I'm just going to squeeze my butt. You notice I'm not really leaning and going crazy into it. I don't need to do any of that. I want to use muscular contraction, tip, squeeze, ribs down. Now I'm going to take this arm and just lengthen up and slightly over, so I start to get into that psoas a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is something called a bird dog, and I have to be honest, 95% of the people I've seen do these wrong. Go slowly, take your time. Don't worry about height. Focus on what's happening in here in your trunk as you're moving. Set up in a quadruped position. As always, joints stacked, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Nice long back of the neck, so I'm not tucking my head up. It's just staying neutral. From here, find that little tailbone tilt. It doesn't need to be aggressive, right? We just want to find neutral spine and feel low abs engaged. Then from here, we're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg up, trying to create as little shifting through that back as possible. You come back down, get set, feel that brace. Over to the other side, down, reach. You notice I'm not going very high or very far. If I were to do that, then I would create an arch through my back that I'm trying to eliminate. Okay, the last exercise in this series is something called a side plank arch up. This is one of the few exercises I found that really kind of gets into this QL. So we're going to strengthen your obliques, we're going to strengthen your shoulder a little bit, but this is really about getting into this kind of hard to reach position of that side back. So we're going to start side lying with a straight arm. First thing is I want you to push that shoulder down away from your ear. Then we're going to lift your hips up by engaging. So right now my obliques are stretched. I'm going to contract those muscles. This top arm can just reach up. I'm going to raise my hips as high as I can. Now as I go back down, I'm not letting this shoulder go. I just want the hip to drop. And again, we're looking to feel a nice big stretch from that hip towards the rib. Exhale. Inhale back up. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Try it out. Hopefully you build up a little sweat. Hopefully you start to develop some better awareness of how your body moves, and we can keep getting strong and lifting heavy weights with a nice healthy back because we know how to use our core. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.